Have you witnessed conversations like these where two or more people are involved? Person A says, I'm having a hard time at my work. My boss doesn't like me, so I have to work extra to prove that I'm worthy. Person B says, that's nothing. My entire workplace is toxic. There's a lot of backstabbing and slandering. Person C says, at least you two have jobs. I've been looking for the last 6 months and still no job. I would love to have your jobs, howsoever they are. Or another example, person 1 says, I feel my husband and I are drifting apart. We don't communicate like before. Person 2 says, we are way past communication issues. Any day now, it will be over. Person 3 says, I'm still single and have never experienced a committed relationship. I think I will die alone. We all have encountered such situations and sometimes even participated during our weak moments. Why do we do this?
If we observe kids, they are usually the opposite. Every kid tries to grab attention, they try to perform each other so that they can get more applause. And this is a healthy habit. Kids naturally have a high opinion of themselves and their abilities, so they try to prove themselves better than their peers so that they will get more attention from their caregivers. If done constructively and within a healthy range, this is normal behavior. We all have the desire to achieve our dreams and goals and feel worthy. But this gets distorted when it is motivated by the need to compete with each other and get ahead. This happens when we buy into society's belief of there being fewer resources and more contenders. And so, we try to outrun each other and grab our share before the supply runs out. And so we chase college degrees, careers, partners, possessions, each one of us trying to get a bigger and better piece of the pie so that we can establish our dominion on the highest rung of the social ladder and earn recognition. We try hard and do our best, but obviously along the way there are a few hits and a few misses. We win some, we lose some, and after some time it starts to feel as if the game is rigged. Even after trying so much, we achieve little, and the few times we achieve, the glory doesn't last, and the game starts all over again with a new target. So, after some time, we get disillusioned and start compromising because it's not possible to sustain such high level of competitiveness and stress. But for some, this streak of one upping others doesn't go away because they keep operating from this sense of deriving their worth by measuring themselves against others. These are the insidious ways we rob ourselves of our sanity. We have to be more than others. We have to stand out. If it cannot be for our achievements and wins, then it has to be for who had it worse. If it cannot be for winning and being at the top, then we want to be at the bottom. We don't want to be in the middle because being in the middle is mediocre. No one pays attention to the in betweens. So, if we can't win the first prize at winning life, then we want to win the first prize at losing life because it was so hard for me. So, no one dare take it away from me. So, if you have a bad day, I have a bad week. If you have an awful date, I have a selfish partner. If you have a bout of illness, I have a major surgery. If you are going through a tough time, my life is nothing but misery. When we look at these behaviors, they are full of negativity. Why would any sane person want to prove that their problems are so humongous that other people's problems look like happy circumstances by comparison? It's because if we can't get the award of being the best, then we want the label of the martyr. Because life bruised and battered me so bad, and it was me who faced it. If it was you, any of these mere mortals, you would not have survived. So, acknowledge me, Praise me for my resilience, my strength, my martyrdom. But this is BS. We are invalidating the other person's experiences, belittling them by comparison, glorifying our pain, and trying to grab attention. The subtext is I don't care what your problems are. I am the one with the biggest issues. So focus on me, commiserate with me, and praise me for my fortitude. But obviously, the impact of this tactic is opposite. People slowly gravitate away from a person who fosters negativity and tries to bring other people down. And such people are again validated in their opinions of the world is so selfish, my life is so hard, no one cares, no one understands me. This is horrific. Such people are mostly torturing themselves because they live in this state 24/7. All of us go through positive and negative experiences, and we need to be in a state of harmony with it. Positive feels better, but we cannot keep blindly chasing them. At the same time, we need to watch out that the negative experiences don't make us so bitter that we lose all hope. To the extent that we can, we need to embrace and welcome all experiences. Positive feels better and try for it, but at the same time, consciously honor all experiences. Also, your life is your life, whether it's happy, sad, positive, negative, boredom, it is your life. It does not become greater or lesser when you compare it with other people. We coexist and come together and share, so we need a frame of reference, but let's not make it an up or down scale. Otherwise, we would forever be judging our worth with respect to others, and that's where toxicity may happen, this urge to always outdo the other, no matter what. The psychology of a person always being the victim, always being wronged by others and circumstances is that deep down they feel they are great and brave. Had circumstances and people been favorable, they would have reached the zenith of achievement. But since everything stood against them, they somehow survived and are still battling life to this day. So they deserve your recognition and praise. This is a distorted way of seeking validation, and they don't have healthy self esteem. When such a person is a parent or they are in a position where they can influence other impressionable people, then they perpetuate this toxicity. Their advice runs along the lines of don't trust anyone, the world is a harsh place, no one is coming to save you, be wary of others, life sucks. And so, when others absorb this advice, this negativity, they will grow up as helpless individuals. They will just be there behaving as victims or martyrs and will fail to show up for themselves in their lives. Look, I'm not denying that some people get more than their fair share of unhappy and undesirable situations, but doesn't that mean that they deserve more of the positive ones to balance the scales? And by deserving, I don't mean a sense of entitlement where life hands it over to us, because it won't. By deserving, I mean, don't we owe it to ourselves to do whatever we can so that we can have better experiences in our life instead of just ruminating, complaining, and judging who had it worse? That is true power, true resilience, not in cowering, but in rising up. That way, we don't have to plead for attention. That way, we claim our place and inspire others naturally. Personal power always trumps being a victim. Thanks for watching. Bye.